Tragedy in Moss Bluff. A 15-year-old took his own life this week.
Now, an outpouring of support and calls for an end to bullying. KPLC's Andrea Robinson spoke with the boy's father today, who's hoping no other child feels hopeless.
Jeremy Borel is sharing his son's story tonight. He's hoping what happened to Joshua never happens again. And today, his emotional plea was echoed by students at Sam Houston High School.
And my son shot himself. And he was alone. That's the thing that hurts me the most. There's nobody there with him.
Jeremy Borel remembering his son's final moments.
I woke him up. He was about 30 minutes late for the bus. I said, "Hey Josh, you got 15 minutes." And he was never late. He was always 5:30 in the morning. He woke up before me some days.
Just a few hours later, 15-year-old Josh took his own life.
And he walked outside. He didn't say anything to anybody. He was barefoot, left his phone on his bed.
While his family may never know exactly what led Josh to suicide, many point to bullying.
We didn't know about it here. We lived in Maryville before we came to Moss Bluff. And he was bullied heavily. Racism, and because he was awkward, he was shy, he was a soft kid.
The Sam Houston High School sophomore didn't tell his parents about any issues at school, but stories of his battles have now reached his family.
All boys need to know that man up doesn't mean anything anymore. It's okay to talk about your feelings. It's okay to be weak sometimes. I just wish he would have talked to me more. I wish I would have asked more, I really do.
Now an outpouring of support.
I'm really going to miss him. Josh was such a good friend. You couldn't get Josh anywhere else. Josh was a one-time offer. You got Josh and you got the greatness that was Josh.
And calls for change.
Stuff like this could have not even happened. All of this could have been prevented. Mental health is real and bullying is real, and things should have been dealt with before then.
There has to be a way that these kids can go to someone, and those people need to be able to be part of the solution. Not just an outreach to talk, but they need to be part of the solution.
A young man gone, and a father left begging something changes.
100%. I forgive my son. I forgive anybody that was bullying my son. I just don't want it to happen again. I need something to change at the school. I need something to change so this doesn't happen to somebody else's kid. Somebody else's kid doesn't feel like they have nowhere to go.
This isn't the first suicide to rock Sam Houston High School. In fact, we know of several in the last 10 years. We asked the school board how many students have been lost to suicide. We're told they don't keep those statistics. At your service, Andrea Robinson, KPLC 7 News.
Well, the school board did not comment on what happened this week due to confidentiality. It did give 7 News copies of its policies regarding bullying, training that staff undergoes, and resources available to students, all of which can be found on our website. And remember, if you need help or someone to talk to, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.